Tennessee WildCast is live on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. I'm Jason Harmon, and we are live right here on Facebook, and we're in Studio B here in Nashville, Tennessee at the TWRA headquarters, and excited about today's show. If you can see behind me, I've got a bobcat, a turkey, and then some more wildlife. We've done a little studio update.
Some nice additions here.
And happy to have Mr. Don King helping me co-host today.
You bet, Jason. Thanks for the invite.
And then Mr. Chuck Yoest is our guest, and he's going to fill us in on the first half of the show. A little information about Cwd and where we stand here in Tennessee. So that's on the docket today, and then we're going to talk about the winter trout stocking program, the signing up for the calendar issue, or not signing up, but submitting photos for that. The app's out, the new app, update to that, talk about our social media and all kinds of good stuff. So don't go away. Thanks for watching on Facebook. But first, I wanted to mention some of our radio stations. We've been adding folks to our radio partners.
Yeah, you bet. We've got, of course, our flagship. We'll call them our flagship for up to now. We really appreciate WZYX. The Eagle, they were the first to come on board and start broadcasting this program, and we really appreciate them. 1440 AM, 94.5, and 95.3. And they're out of Cowan.
Yeah, and all these stations, we're going to mention them all, but all of them, I think they air the show mostly on Saturdays. And if they don't air this full show, they air our extras that you can listen to during the week.
That's right.
But WJJM, Power 94, that's on 94.3, and that's in Lewisburg. And
WSM 650.
Yeah, right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right, and Saturday mornings as well.
Mm-hmm. Morristown's running some of our content, WJDT on 106.5. And then Columbia, so newest station.
WKOM 101.7 in Columbia.
Yeah, so
and, we've got some other ones on the coming on board very shortly, so we'll be filling you in about those as well.
Yeah, we've talked to a few, and a lot of them are excited about coming on board, and we appreciate them running the show and being one of our wildlife network partners.
That's right.
However you want to say it, but we really appreciate those radio partners. And appreciate y'all tuning in there or tuning in on Facebook. So, well, let's turn it over to Chuck. Chuck's our CWD coordinator for the state of Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, and he's going to fill us in on our recent findings, or an update on our findings of CWD in southwest Tennessee.
There was a lot of info shared at the last commission meeting in the Memphis area, and boy, but it changes daily, right, Chuck? I mean,
that's exactly right.
Always something.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me this morning. And, man, you're right that things are changing quickly. We're getting daily updates from our disease sampling efforts, getting those results back now. So, yeah, even though the commission meeting was just a couple of days away, there's a lot more to update. But where we stand right now, our chronic wasting disease management zone is still the original 3 counties, and that's Fayette, Hardeman, and McNairy. Okay. And there still has not been any positives from within McNairy County, but there has been one in Hardeman County that was so close that it brings McNairy into the response.
There's a buffer zone that brings those other counties in.
That's exactly right. Now, as of today, we have 91 CWD positive samples that were taken from deer, and we can take those to the bank. They came from either the chronic wasting disease management zone or from border counties, because that's where we're focused now with our sampling efforts.
Okay.
Now, we do have 3 additional preliminary positives that, if confirmed, could bring in some new counties. And those counties are Madison, Haywood, Shelby, and Chester. Now, that'd be according to the response plan that we have. And they may or may not be brought in. It depends on if those CWD positive samples or results are confirmed through a secondary test. And the Haywood, Shelby, and Chester counties, those would all be brought in, not because there's a suspected positive from those counties, but there was in a nearby there wasn't a border county in a nearby area.
Yeah, if you look at that map, you guys are really good about posting those basically pinpoints, on the map, and then the circle goes out from that map, and wherever that circle falls, then if it encompasses an adjoining county, then that one gets some love too, doesn't it?
That's correct, and that's a 10-mile radius,
right?
Specifically, so
that outer ring, right?
Right.
Okay.
Now, with that, we do not expect changes to the deer season for the remainder of season. It'd be premature to do that now because we're getting so many results back on a daily basis. But once we get all the results back from the mandatory check stations that we have for the new deer season, and then once we've mapped all the positive samples, it'll then be time to decide on the management zone expansion, and then whatever new hunting regulations there may be moving forward in that area.
Okay. So let's hit on the website, cwdintennessee.com. That's a great place to go and keep up to date, and we'll show it to you if you're watching. We'll pull it up and let y'all see it. But right there, you can find the CWD sampling results. That's the first button at the top of the page. We update that daily, and as often as we can as they come in, we'll keep that PDF updated. If you want to stay connected and receive emails on our updates, that's done right there too. Just click on the button, sign up. There's also other opportunities there to sign up for other emails, and then as you see below that, hunter resources, facts, and information. So all that stuff that you need to know can be found right there at CWD in Tennessee. And as results come in, we notify the hunters by calling them, right, first?
Yeah, that's correct. We call the hunters and basically do an interview where we learn about the location and how the animals were disposed of and those sort of things. So it's been really enlightening, the details we get. It's been great cooperation from the hunters, and it's amazing how we can get such precise information on location. I've been real impressed by that. And I want to say that, we'll get our count is up to 91, and it'd be easy to perceive that things are getting worse. And I'll say that that perception is wrong. And the truth is that we're learning a lot more from our, we're focused in on the CWD management zone, and we're wanting to share information as quickly as we can. So it'd be easy to think, well, golly, it just seems like things are getting so much worse, when that's not the case. Right. What's changing is that we know a lot more about what's happening there. We're focused in there. We're getting results daily, and we're getting a much better idea of how much chronic wasting disease there and exactly where it is. And this is exactly what we hope to accomplish through our response efforts. And we're certainly grateful to hunters for partnering with us and getting this information, so that we can now, in a few weeks, once we know exactly what the results are, we can get a great plan, a good long-term plan to address this.
And you want these hunters to keep hunting. We got through January 31st. They're allowed 1 buck during this time, additional to their 2 that they were allowed earlier in the season. Unlimited amounts of doe. If they want to kill as many does as they can, that's okay. But we got freezer drop-offs, correct? They can drop off heads, and then the weekend check stations, correct?
Yeah, that we refer to those as the CWD drop-off locations, but yeah, they are freezers where hunters can use those throughout the week. But we had the mandatory check stations on the weekend, and those efforts, we've gotten around 2,000 samples from the management zone, which is really impressive. And we're still awaiting about 800 results from those efforts. But we anticipate, in addition to that 2,000, getting a couple more 100 samples from the remaining hunting season. So, and that ends on the 31st. So, right. Yeah, we're it's very unfortunate that we have chronic wasting disease in Tennessee. However, the agency response has been strong, and we're learning the details that we need to learn to better inform our response or our management actions moving forward. And look forward to firming that up.
Yeah, I just have to say everything's going according to plan. And the plan has been in place a while, the CWD response plan. You guys did a great job putting that together initially. Of course, there's always, variations that you need to change as things develop. But and I've been, the hunters I've talked to, as you said, when you're speaking with them on the phone and that kind of thing, it's a willingness to help and to, hey, what can I do? And that's the cooperation we're really looking for and really appreciate from our hunters who are going to help, be our biggest ally, as we've been saying, in this effort.
Exactly, and I hope it goes without saying, but the agency is certainly committed to this issue, and I want to remind everybody, I try to do this every chance I get, is the vision for this response moving forward. But right now we're just in the data gathering stage where we're trying to learn as much as we can to decide what our management actions will be going forward. But the vision for those actions is to know exactly where it exists, decrease the prevalence there, and prevent it from spreading to other parts of Tennessee. And that's what we're committed to, and we're doing that through partnership with hunters.
And you mentioned that made me think we've had over 5,000 or right at 5,000 samples statewide so far. We have sampled in other counties and just part of our normal sampling, and we would be doing these same efforts, making these same efforts if we found it somewhere else. It's not.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've got a really they say statistically valid process where we do surveillance or look for the disease across the state, and we've had great effort there, and it looks like it's only in this one area of the state, so that's where we're focused.
So the surveillance testing worked.
That's exactly right.
One other thing before we let you go, I know you got a lot on your plate today. Financially, I had an email come in and said, how can I help? Is there a way somewhere I can donate? And if you wanted to donate or financially help, the best thing for you to do is buy a license, correct?
Well, that's continue supporting the agency through hunting. Yeah, absolutely.
So buy your license. That's the best way to put money toward anything that we're doing as far as an agency.
New ones will be available February 18th.
Yeah, so
coming up next month. So.
That's the way we're funded through
exactly
Sportsman's Dollars. So.
And I'll add to that in case it wasn't abundantly clear, but it's continuing to hunt, continuing the hunting tradition, harvesting deer, and submitting those samples.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being with us today, Chuck. I know you had a lot on your plate today, and you carved out some time for us. So
yeah, you're welcome. Glad to be with you.
Hopefully, you're catching up on a little bit more of your sleep now than these first few weeks. I know it's really been hectic, and we really appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, well, I'm not there yet, but I appreciate your concern.
Well, let's show. Don and I are going to show some weather updates here. If you're going to try to hunt this next weekend, it's going to be cold. On the mornings of your hunt. Looks like Friday will be 33 and 26 is a low, and 32 is a low on Saturday, and moving forward there 39. So it's going to be some cold mornings, maybe some good days to be out in the woods, partly sunny. So try to get out there if you can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up that. Let's move on to the winter trout stocking efforts. That's ongoing, and we've been doing that most of the winter here, and excited about those opportunities. I'm going to pull up on the website real quick the PDF that's on our website. It's an easy way to find those locations and actually get right on top of them.
And if you're just listening, there's a pane you can click on right on the front page of our website that'll take you right to that winter trout stocking list, so you can see right where they're going to come and deliver those fish.
Yeah, tnwildlife.org is our website, and as you see, January, we're about to wrap up January stockings. There's a few more in Middle Tennessee and the Region 2 area. You've got Lafayette City Park and Macon County, Percy Priest Tailwaters in Davidson, the West Fork of the Stones, Stones River, that's in Rutherford County, Sulphur Creek, Stonebridge Park, and Billy Dunlap Park. So a lot of opportunities coming up in the next week or so as far as winter trout stockings, and these run through February or March, actually.
Yeah, that's great.
So you can keep chasing those trout. I know Brandon Simcox up in our fisheries division would be excited if you can get out there and catch a few.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of work into this and a lot of work into this PDF and keeps it updated for you. And there's been times we've had to make some adjustments and move some and reschedule some, but weather permitting and that kind of stuff. So just keep an eye on this list at twildlife.org.
This gives folks a chance to catch some trout that maybe wouldn't have the opportunity. Don't have to travel too far.
Right.
Hopefully there's a spot close to you where you live, and you can go. And we encourage everybody to keep with the catch too. Take it home and make good use of it. Make a couple of meals out of it, and the limit is 7 a day, right?
I think so. Yep.
Yep. So. Make good use of it, and I think there's some bonus fish in amongst all the stocking that gets done too. So there's some big fish out there to be caught.
Big ones, and I think they even sneak some albinos in every now and again. So it's kind of trophy fishes. All right, and then something exciting is coming up. If you want to be a part of our magazine and our calendar, there's a contest you can enter.
Yeah, I just happened to bring in a copy of the latest Tennessee Wildlife Calendar. And I know, if you're just listening, you might have a copy of this on your desk at home or at work or hanging on the wall. But every year we put together this 12-month calendar, and ours starts in August, so you kind of get a jump on the year. But as Jason said, if you would like to contribute a photo that we could consider for 1 month of the calendar, we would love to hear from you. Austin Bornheim is our new graphic artist and magazine editor, and he's doing a great job gathering all these together. And we form a committee, and then we get together and sit around a table and we look at all the photos that have been submitted, and not necessarily. I mean, we don't know who submitted what, so it's very fair.
Yeah, we're just looking at the content.
Go by the quality of the photo. Go over some of the specs there, Jason, that we've got.
It's real easy to submit your photos. They got to be in by March 20th, 2019. And you mail them to us at calendar, Tennessee Wildlife Calendar issue, P.O. Box 40747 in Nashville, 37204 is the zip. But that's how you get it to us. But the photos are going to be make sure they're horizontal. They want them to be horizontal to fit on the calendar real nice. And there'll be a JPEG format, and just submit those on a CD. Make sure they're 8.5 by 11 at least, and at least 300 pixels per inch. And include your name, your address, and your phone number, and an email address with the disc. So we'll have that info, but the disc will not be returned. So make sure you make an extra copy if it's your only copy.
Right.
And the selected photographers will get what, Don?
$60.
$60. So it's a pretty nice little reward to
plus all the bragging rights.
Yeah.
You know, some of the photographers that have gone on to big and really big things started out by submitting stuff to our magazine for the calendar and other things. So we're always looking for great shots of wildlife. So even if what you submit does not get selected for the calendar, we would encourage you to keep doing it because we, as I mentioned, Austin, keeps up with this, and we would love to have some good photos on file so we can grab them for the web, for other print that we have opportunities for our magazine other than the calendar. So feel free to share photos with us, and we love to get them. And
if you want to jump on the game, it might be a good opportunity to get some fishing photos or some fish. That might get you closer to
a lot of times in our committee get-togethers. Yeah, we look and say, oh, man, we don't have any, and fish are tough to photograph. I mean, without underwater gear or whatever, if you get a fish jumping or, we're looking for fishing activity too. So, fishing from a boat or fishing from a bank, those are always in high demand.
I'd like to challenge the folks listening and watching to if they've got underwater gear and they like to do that kind of thing, take some pictures and submit them.
Oh, man, yeah.
I would love to see a good underwater shot in the calendar this year.
That would be good.
That would be cool. So, an underwater of a fish. No. All right, well, let's move on, and if you get a chance, submit some photos. That'd be awesome. TWRA On The Go version 3.0 is out in the App Store, iTunes App Store, and Google Play for an Android user. So that is cool. we've got a lot of updated features to it, and we're pretty excited about it. And I'll read off some of these if you're listening. If you're watching, you can probably see them on the screen, but hunters can now report their harvest without even being connected to cell service. You don't have to have cell service now to report your deer and your turkey and your big game animals.
That's a really neat update.
So
you're out in the field and you're away from cell service, and you can still do it like you said, Jason. And then once you come into coverage, it automatically updates it, right?
Right.
Yeah, it submits it for you.
It generates you a confirmation number, and you've got that number, but once you hit cell service, it'll send that up into the system and it'll be recorded. But it's a pretty neat feature to generate a confirmation number before hitting cell service. So don't worry about in the remote areas, you're good to go. So, and you can store your license on your phone now. That wasn't an option in the last version. You could definitely print it out or take a picture and keep it on your phone.
Screenshot, yeah.
But now they're synced up. You
That's
can
good.
pull it right up on your phone. That's an awesome feature. Geolocation features and other cool tools are on there now. The sunrise and sunset times have been that's been updated, and that's working better now.
And that's based on where you are too.
Correct.
I mean, it reads exactly where you are on the Earth, and then gives you the proper sunrise sunset tables. That's
Yep.
neat. You don't have to. Oh yeah, I need to add an hour to this one or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So, and all the things you could do in the past, purchase license, find places to hunt and fish near you, and then you can stay connected to all our social media and that sort of stuff. And I'll flip on over here to the next screen if you're watching. It kind of shows you the home screen, the new home screen, and some of those same features that are options on the new app, version 3.0.
Very simple front screen, and dig in. There's a lot to explore on the new app.
Yep. And regulations used to be on our homepage, but it's not there anymore. The hunting guides, but they can be found under the fish and the hunt sections. So just go to your respective section, and you'll find all the hunting guides and fishing guides and stuff that you need for that. So, all right. Well, that's the app. We're wrapping up here. I just wanted to hit on our social media. Folks that are watching on Facebook, they get notifications that we go live every so often, and we're always posting stuff on Facebook, trying to keep y'all up to date on what's going on with everything here at the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. But that's a great way for you to find us, is visit, find the information, the latest information, is visit our social media. We got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So,
hey, we've got some things. We're hitting the road with this program coming up. Tell us a little bit about what we've got on the docket.
Yeah, we're going to be, if all goes well, next week we're going to be in Chattanooga area shooting a show. We're going to be at the Highland Sportsman's Club.
Yeah.
Down that area, and we got a Mr. John Torchick. He's going to be our guest, and he's a hunter ed instructor. And he also helps instruct instructors. So he gets folks trained up and ready to teach our kids and the folks we're going through hunter ed. So that'll be our next show.
And Matt Clary will be a part of that show too,
yeah,
right?
Matt's a great guy. He's a hunter ed instructor in Region 3 in our Crossville office, and he does great work, and he's a fun guy to be around.
Heads up the program. Yeah, he'll be a great co-host for you. He is so funny. He might even bring his guitar. You never know.
Yeah, he likes to sing, so he's a fun guy, and we'll have him on next week, and then we're going to be coming to you live from the boat show there in Wilson County.
Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one there.
Planning on Friday the 1st, I believe it is.
And
we're going to try to go live from the boat show, and we'll be have our Humphreys County partnership there. They're going to have a booth, and they wanted to have their show from the expo, so that'd be fun.
Hey, tell us about the expo there. What they've built, that new building there on the fairgrounds.
Yes, there's a brand new convention center there, and right in front of the fairgrounds where all the amusement park and stuff gets set up for the fair, the biggest fair in the state.
Right.
But it's a great center there, great venue for meetings, for events, for concerts, and all kinds of stuff. So big open room and some other smaller ones that you can utilize. But it's a great location. It should be a great location for this hunting and fishing expo or fishing and boating expo. And I'm pretty sure this is the second year, if not maybe the third. But so come out and check it out.
And you know what? I do remember speaking with Betsy Woods, who heads up our boater education program here. that there will be some boat education classes being held there right on site at the boat show. So
okay, cool.
So there again, you can go online and look into boating education and sign up for one of those classes. It's pretty neat. They can do the whole class right there and get you certified. You might want to do a little studying ahead of time, but they'll review everything with you, and hopefully you'll be able to complete the test and be certified and probably learn a little something along the way.
Then go buy you a boat.
Yeah, that's right. One-stop shopping
There
right there
go.
at the boat show.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention, our commission meetings are now being streamed live on YouTube. We streamed our commission meeting last week. And if y'all want to check out and watch the commission meetings, be a part of those, you can watch them on YouTube live. We had a glitch in one of them this past meeting, and that happens when the internet drops and that kind of thing. So we'll fix that, and we'll get the fix up there, and
I noticed
you won't see any problems.
It happened right during a vote. Of all times for it to happen, it skipped a few frames, and okay, well that's the end of the vote. Yeah.
So we've got to back up, and we fixed that. Actually, we've already fixed it, so it's up there. And in the future, if that happens again, we'll fix that for sure and get it back up there for you.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to mention is. What do you all want to see? What does the listener, what does the viewer want to see on this show? It's a new year. It's 2019, and I'd like to know if y'all would like what y'all would like to learn about, what you'd like to see, and who you'd like for us to interview. And you can let us know by messaging us on social media, or you can comment under this show, and I'll pick up those comments and see what y'all are suggesting, or you can email us at twra.communications@tn.gov. But I'd love to get some input from you, the viewer and the listener, and it'd be cool to see what we can come up with.
Yeah, we're wide open. We just want to inspire folks to get out and enjoy what is around us here in Tennessee. It's an awesome state, and we just want other folks to enjoy it. Get outdoors.
Yep. So anyway, that wraps it up for today. That's our winter smorgasbord, we titled the show. A lot going on this time of year, and even though it's cold, and there's still a lot happening, so we want to try to keep y'all up to date and keep y'all informed, and that's how we do it right here at Tennessee WildCast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee WildCast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.